I wonder if they see the sparkle in your eyes. I wonder if they know that I'm not your guy. I wonder if they see that you don't belong to me. Wish that you could be mine.
Oh, we need those louder today. There we go. We got Zane in the fucking building. We back, people. Therapy Without a Degree. I think this is chapter 208, right? Chapter 208. We fucking here. Therapy Without a Degree podcast. We got Zane here, man. Zane's finally back.
Like I left. I was here. Y'all funny. Y'all hilarious. Oh, that's the best one. That's the best one. I was telling my girl about that. I was like, she was like, I don't get it. I was like, you never heard that before? It's like, I don't pay attention to the intro song.
See, I didn't know if you heard the pod because I know you were here, but you couldn't hear it last time because it doesn't
That's the best one.
So you went back and listened. That's how I know you went back. Yo, now we got all the soundboards here, man.
Oh, we got that's a long ass laugh. That's what you said before.
Yeah. We got a newly improved.
That's when they talk the innuendos.
Yeah. That's when Ted comes on.
Just imagine. That's a classic song. Can you shorten them? Or those are just gonna let it rock out and we just gotta talk over it?
This is gonna be mainly the one you're gonna hear. That's the main one you're gonna hear. Or
when we start cussing.
Or this one. I got one when y'all can't come up with your shout outs at the end.
I was like, I think I'm gonna go with what is it? Mad suspenseful.
And then me when I get get angry.
Shut the fuck up, you fan.
But I was so happy when I found this site.
You should have had the other one. I don't know if you could add on different sounds, but you should do the one that was like, you filthy animal.
I could probably find that.
That's a good one.
Get this shit the fuck out of here.
Of course you're gonna have it.
This shit is whack. And get this shit the fuck out of here.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
I was having mad fun when I found this new soundboard site. It's lit. But we here, yo, just coming off of 4th of July weekend.
That shit was crazy, man. That's all I heard.
That's all you heard was gunshots?
Man, but gunshot, and I live in the hood, so, sometimes it be kind of, it's like, yo, my nigga, it's December. It's like, we're still doing fireworks.
And, it really be sometimes fireworks.
Right, and it'll be fireworks for real, though. But, yesterday, even, we talking like a week before, it was fireworks. So then, on the day of, yo, they were lighting this shit up like it was war. I was like, this is wild. And I was in Orange. And then I went back home and then just everybody was lighting up. People were on the highway and they drove off to the side and just fireworks everywhere. I don't know. Fireworks don't really I enjoy it, but it doesn't have the same impact.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't, right? I thought it was just me. I don't know.
I like them.
I feel like once it's like, I don't know. It sounds weird, but it's like, I don't know, I guess having sex for the first time, he's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then after a while, it's like, yeah.
You got something to tell us?
Yeah, right? What's up, man?
Where the fuck is your mic? Oh, shit. Yeah, Joe's gonna go off. He's gonna get paid by soundboard sponsors. That's when he's like, where did your money come from? That's it. Just soundboard sensors.
Yes. Nah, but they be accurate, man. Yo, I love.
Is that a tablet or the future? What is that? Oh, you really decked it out. I was thinking about getting
that
one.
shit is mad thick paws. I saw him come out to other shows.
You don't even have that. No, I would definitely. And mind you,
the pad itself is thick.
Christian is almost as techie as me.
He's getting there.
He's almost.
He's right in between me.
I like that.
Yeah. So
like
that. Christian's right in between me and you. He's a step above me, but he's close to you. Nah, dead ass. Because I'm not that techie. I mean,
did you see his leash?
What? Yeah. Nah, you don't want to know. This guy is bad.
Do you understand what he could have had? I was about to get him jetpacks. He ain't need it, but just in case, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go buy the house next week, and I'm gonna be like, yo, why is he attached to a drone? like why? Like,
yo,
why
if
does
he has
Ace-
to go somewhere, he could just and then he just. That might be a thing. I don't know. We might be on to something,
Photo package is when you include Ace.
right?
Yo, actually, that would be fire footage.
Right?
Some
Ace
low footage.
will be taking care of the shots. You ain't never had no dog drone.
The jumps and stuff he will do, and the,
Peter, call you guys.
Right? Did he consent to that? Yes, he did.
Yeah,
10 treats,
man,
he
that
ate
shit
it.
would be
I said, if you
good.
eat these 10 treats, you gotta do it. And he ate those 10 treats. But he's a dog. But he made a choice. He made a choice.
yo, no, that shit would be fire, man, because like it'll save your back for like those low shots and stuff. He's got it. Ace, you're hired,
You
man.
just got hired.
Now for the super, super low shots, princess.
Oh, yeah, definitely princess. I was looking at the other princess, my girl's mom's
There's
princess.
another princess.
She said that princess is bigger. I'm like, bigger than this princess? This princess is big.
She's small.
That's okay. I feel like princess. I got to see them side to side.
It would be really fun to put both like GoPros on them or something.
And then just have them just run.
You have them race
That would be
and just see it
interesting.
from their perspective.
I'm telling you, this little man's winning. I'm just telling you that right now. This little
think
dude
so?
is very fast.
You think so?
He's very fast.
We got to bring them to the dog park.
We gotta bring him to the dog park. You gotta see. We gotta put him in. Just have him just kind of just take off and you just
Fast
see
10?
Fast 10 dog edition. Watch, that's gonna be the next one.
With all their pets. Actually, they're really getting ready for the kids.
That's why
That's
he's
why-
getting older and they're doing the flashbacks and they're gonna do it where he's old enough and they're gonna do a jump skip and he's gonna start when he's like 15. And they're going to do high school edition. And then they're going to have a whole 13 reasons how fast you are. And then it's going to be on Netflix. Watch.
13 Reasons to Fast Furious edition.
Right. They already have a Fast and the Furious cartoon.
They're probably going to do it. And they're going
On
to make
Netflix.
us...
Yeah.
There's a cartoon for that show?
Yeah, you never knew that?
I haven't still...
And
haven't
it's
even
Dom
seen season
Toretto's
2.
son. Oh, y'all late. Oh, y'all didn't know?
Wait, what?
Y'all didn't know?
There's a cartoon?
There's a Fast and the Furious cartoon, but with the kids.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nigga looks it up right now.
Fact check this, bro. Fact
Yeah,
check
fact
this.
check it right now, please.
Well, listen.
And y'all
let's
gonna
see.
be mad. You might as well put money on the table. Y'all gonna get Ace some dog treats. That's what y'all gonna get.
No. We good.
Nah, that's what's gonna happen, man. Cause y'all don't believe me. It's funny.
Yo, we stumbled upon like a pretty good fucking topic last week. It was at first we were like all over the place, but then we stumbled upon some decent shit.
What you talking about?
The topic we had last week.
Oh
About,
yeah, I was arguing with my girl because of it.
Did she agree with me?
Huh?
Did
Yeah,
she-
she agreed with you. No, she didn't agree. She said I understand why, because it's a preference.
Yeah.
I was like, but it's separate though. It's not the same. I was like, happiness is currency for the mood, not currency to pay your bills. You'll never pay your bills unhappy.
Let's not start this conversation.
Listen,
again.
this is how you get fights. This is how you
This
get
is
in
how
fights.
you get.
This is how you get in a fight.
This guy taking it personal and shit.
Taking
You were
it
getting
real
heated.
You were getting heated.
Hey, podcast stuff.
You're like, damn, y'all were really going in.
That's what she said. That's the best content then, man.
Just us going at it with each other, and then Christian chiming in.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna let y'all know."
Yo, if you wouldn't have showed up one more time,
we would have been really going.
therapy would have had a degree boxing edition.
You know,
Fuck Logan
boxing.
Paul.
Yeah.
Trump, call
Man,
me
people
fucking
would pay
Joe
for
Paul.
that. I want to see that. I want to see how much money people
Joe
would
Paul.
pay. Joe Paul. That sounds like a priest or something.
Money Zane.
Money
Damn.
Zane. That's it.
What is that?
That's it. That's the show.
That we look like. Well, figures look like you're in space. Did you see the movie?
Did you see
yet?
it? Oh,
Oh man, you gotta hurry the fuck up.
He's like,
You got one more pod.
you got one more pod, bro, and I can't help you.
One
I'm
last-
gonna let the clip out. One last
last pod.
One last pod. That's gonna be Joe. We gotta make the cover. It's like Fast and the Furious, and just see Joe with Toretto's. One last pod.
Yes.
It's never the last pod,
It's
everybody.
never.
Just,
Yeah, nah.
it's really not.
Maybe they'll listen to it. Maybe they'll get extra listeners. They'll be like, damn, we're doing one final podcast.
So Jaylene's gonna be your daughter, and there. It's gonna
She's
take
gonna
over.
take over?
She's gonna take
She
over.
might. She might
gonna
take over, man. She's actually she's starting a little work tomorrow. She's starting work. I'm gonna put her on. You know, I'm gonna put her on tomorrow. She has training at 11 a.m.
Oh, sweet. Wait, training with you?
Yeah.
Oh, working like actual doing internship?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
gonna
not
be
even
fun.
an intern. Like she's gonna be like.
Oh, she got a job.
Yeah.
Oh shit, good job.
Yeah. So
Pun intended.
Exactly. So let's see how long that lasts, everyone. Let's see how she does. All right. But yeah. So I don't even really know what we're gonna talk about today. I don't know if y'all have anything in your mind.
On the page.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through to see what topics we've talked about on the page because you're always dropping gems in there. I wasn't crazy about the last post you did.
What about the past?
The last one was why is our generation so unhappy? I think all the generations are unhappy.
No, that was the whole point, is to generate conversation. It doesn't matter. We could have been in the 1800s with no technology such as this.
Okay, so
So it
when
doesn't matter.
so when you saw that, you were just thinking because they say, okay, why is our generation so unhappy? It says we cannot afford the life our parents lived. Our planet is dying. The standard of leadership has really dropped. Our society is morally decaying. Our kids will have very little to enjoy from communal life. Yeah, whoever wrote this shit is depressed. And then we know it's not getting better. Social media.
No, but it's the main thing is these are topics that no one talks about, and it's kind of, you can't just wash it away saying like, oh, nothing is, everything is good. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Yeah.
And these are the things they don't talk about in school. And when you go to work, you're not having conversations with your coworkers about this. You're not having conversation about your manager with this. So who are you having a conversation with if you go home by yourself?
That makes sense.
So it's like these are stuff that people should be talking about.
So when you see that, when you see, okay, we cannot afford the life our parents lived.
Right,
When
which
you-
is
when you see
well,
that
I take it from my age going back where rent was cheaper. Granted, the level of making money was different, but it wasn't like food was a little cheaper. You get what I'm saying? You could fill your fridge. You could barely fill your fridge with $100.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's a problem. And then rent was cheaper, so people were more likely like, I'm gonna live my own. All I gotta do is just get one job, and I'm good. I gotta have like 2-3 jobs, 3 jobs to be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Yeah, now you need like 3 jobs.
right. And then now we're living in a society where people are working so hard and they're barely home. Why even have a house if or an apartment if I'm always at work? So I'm paying an empty apartment. The whole point was to work a little bit, have money, chill at the apartment, relax, have a social life. You start slowly removing the social life, you start becoming really like a drone and somewhat depressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. Like, sorry man, I can't. I gotta work. Oh no, I gotta work. Like, granted, that's their option, but sometimes it'd be nice if I could work less and make more money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I decide to do with my time, that's on me. But they had more luxury. We notice our parents are going out all the time. Like, damn, did y'all work? Yeah, they did work. They just didn't have to work as long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But on the flip side, though, like we now have access to making a lot more than I think that they ever did.
Well, what's a lot more in terms of inflation?
I mean,
I think if anything, that a lot more just makes it look like, all right, 500 is now the new 1,200.
well, yeah, inflation obviously
So
hit.
we are making more money in retrospect, but it's really like the same amount but with more money. You
like,
know what I'm saying?
Like how I look at it, like when I think about things like that, I'm like, all right, you know, and it said social media, you know, so I think of all the benefits, like even e-commerce. Like there's some people that are making millions just off like an e-commerce website.
I got some other tricks I'll tell y'all later after. I'm about to do
Yeah,
that.
but you know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
things like that, like, you know, using the internet to our advantage, stocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we've now, our generation, especially now, and I've been saying this for years, it finally kicked in overdrive, obviously, once the pandemic and everything happened. But it's like we've had ways to make money to work smarter and not harder. You know? Now, at least everybody's finally getting on board and being like, oh, shit, yeah, we can work from home. We can do this. We can do that. So, I mean, you know, there's music artists now that are making so much money. There's models. There's people that are just making money that back in the day, it was very, very limited, you know? Like, most people couldn't work. Most races couldn't work if we want to even get into that conversation. Like,
Right.
we are better today than we were back then. And I get it. Like, yeah, things are now more expensive, but it's like, man, you could do so many different hustles now. Back then it was like kind of very, very limited, so that's just kind of how when I see that, like back in the day, it was like one person worked. Yeah, they didn't make a lot of money, and yeah, the bills weren't high, but it was like you really only had so many different things you could do. Like if you ever go back and you look at like our parents, their generation, the older people, and you kind of like surveyed them, it's almost all the same type of jobs. It wasn't like so diverse in the opportunity. And sometimes I think that we take for granted how much opportunity we have now.
Well, I think people are so focused on what's on screen. On like, for example, I don't want to be a YouTuber because they get attention. I want to be a YouTuber because they make money. This is a completely different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you telling me if I make a video and I get a lot of views, then potentially I make money and I have opportunities to do all other cool things. That's why most people would do it.
Yeah,
I could do whatever I want and still get paid. People are getting paid, which is the biggest dream in the world, for gaming. Do you know how long of the battle this was?
Y'all been waiting for that.
We've been waiting
gamers.
for a long time to be treated as a real job. Like gaming is real to us as a job. Like, what do you do? I game and I make $100,000 a month. What?
What are some of the ways as a gamer y'all can make money? Because I'm not in that world.
Honestly, if you're a gamer and you get a sponsorship, then they send you stuff, and it just has to be in the background while you play a video game. Like if the T-shirt, like you have to wear, kind of like like athletes and certain things that they wear and whatnot. Like if I wear this, that means like essentially I'm being sponsored.
Yeah, so the sponsorships, right?
Yeah, sponsors. Like if I'm the like number one game in the world, Nike's gonna try to cut me a check for whatever it comes. Oh, can you just wear this and whatnot? Just because they know that people are watching them, and if they see them with it, then people wanna think like, oh, I want to look like that too. So what do? You're like, where can I find that? Because I want to look like that. So when I go to school the next day, I'm gonna tell you, your biggest market is middle school. Middle school,
gamers.
Just not even just in the market itself. They always do things in repetition. And they always make the memes, they make dumb stuff. Like they make it popular. Super popular. Middle school.
Not even high schoolers.
Not even high schoolers. Middle schoolers make it. And I used to teach them, and I watch all the new toys, all of this, all the game. Like the reason, like, how is it populated so much? The middle schoolers, because they're trying to figure shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why that shit blows up, especially when it comes to music and all the fashion stuff. Yeah. So video games for middle schoolers, and then that you're a super celebrity. That's it. You're like, yo,
I'm ready to get another system soon. Jersey Media might be having an upgrade soon. Maybe. But we got this, and then we got Our Planet is Dying. Our Planet is Dying, but like, do y'all really care? Like, I saw they wrote this.
I care.
Yeah, you care, but the person that wrote this is like, bro, it's dying. We know that, but like, who really cares? And I'm not even saying
Captain Planet.
I'm saying I care, but I'm like, they say, oh, our generation is so unhappy, and you're correlating it to that. Like, bro.
Yeah, our planet's dying. That's not a problem to you?
It's a problem to me.
It's a ticking time bomb.
It's a problem to me, but when I read it, I'm just like, is that why our generation is so quote unquote unhappy? I think all generations is unhappy.
So if you were just remove the Earth part, which could be the major part where we live, if you remove that part, then everything else is.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna go down to all of them, right? So then we got the standard of leadership has really dropped.
Who do you look for leadership, Christian?
It's been a minute. I had to look inward for a while.
Right?
But have we ever had some?
Yeah.
When?
Celebrities. Certain celebrities that we watch. It's mostly like basketball players.
You don't look up to Joe Budden and kind of like emulate that kind of.
I do. I look up to him. Yeah. But I mean, okay. When I saw standard of leadership, I'm thinking like.
Yeah, but that's a type of leadership.
Actually, not. Yo, see, I could disagree with that too. I feel like I have more people now than I ever did that I look up to now.
Yeah, but you grew up with more.
Yeah.
You accumulated. There's a difference.
Well, no,
it's not like you just woke up one morning and be like, I got a lot more.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, I think at least when we were younger,
That's what I was saying. But this is talking about the now. Like
To
I
now,
have a
yeah.
lot to accumulate. I'm saying like if they're coming into age now, like we're saying like middle school into now. You know what I'm saying?
I think that they have more. They have all these
But
TikTok
who?
peepers.
Those are leadership?
No, but there's certain influential people. Like when I think about it, he just said Joe Budden. I think of Eric Thomas. I think of Inky Johnson, Sean Stevenson. Like I have multiple, right? And there's also a lot of other ones that are for these kids.
So influences versus leadership. So you correlating those two?
I mean, that's kind of where he took it. Where he said he brought it to like, okay, like you see as like Joe Budden as someone like you look up to, because leadership. I don't think we've ever like when you were a kid. Who did you like? There was no president that ever was like, at least for me in my eyes, that I was ever like.
That's funny we go to the president because that's never really a leadership. A teacher. You see, like there's stuff like that people like. If we have a lack of leadership, it's like, who are you looking up to, and what area are you at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes your friends could have leadership roles. So what kind of friends do you have around you to think you have a lack of leadership? Because if you have friends that are in leadership roles, or they
well, it's saying it dropped, so it's saying that it was once better. So what I'm saying is like I feel like
we have more.
Better.
I feel like we have more because society has opened up, and it's not like, all right, only these people
exactly
are leaders.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, there's more than.
Well, that's another
this
thing
group
too.
of people.
Yeah, like that's another part to it. So I don't really agree with that. You know, like it's dropped. I think we have now a lot more options than we ever did. As a kid, it was like I really.
Whoever wrote that don't have anybody to look up to.
I just feel like I'm about to go find him on Twitter and just have this and send the whole podcast to him.
Right. It's like just to let you know.
I'm just curious because I'm like I said, the standard of leadership has really dropped.
If anything, it's
who are we looking
increase? But like, who are we looking to sense the leadership? Are you looking at like people like Kim Kardashian and Kanye? I feel like if you're focusing on those types of people, for leadership in that aspect, then perhaps you are detoured and thinking that we don't have nobody to look up to. But we have a lot, especially like I could list a lot, man.
Our society is morally decaying. Our kids will have very little to enjoy from communal life.
Morally decaying I would agree, but
I feel really bad for this guy.
But we've been morally decaying in a sense. Honestly, it's been dipping. It's been going up and down because there's shit that's going on in other countries, and then we kind of like, how do you become sympathetic, worldly, without losing your shit? And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit, even in our own fucking country, shit be going on, and then we kind of just move about our day. We so desensitized, man. It's sad. Like, for example, 50 people have died. Back in the day, if that was said, we're talking maybe 50s, 30s, 20s. 50 people is 50 people, and then you're getting emotional, right?
Yeah, now.
If I say 1,000 people have died, oh, man, that's crazy. You just go about your day.
Yeah.
We're less sympathetic to death on TV.
Well, you know what I think that is, too?
We've been desensitized, man.
Yeah, no, too, but just my thoughts on that is, you good over there? I'm like, whoa, what's going on over there? Do I need to? All right, just checking. If I need to run that back.
Oh my god. There needs to be a hotkey for that one.
Christian just wants to tell me.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna be having too much fun with these. But so I just think we didn't have the access to the information. So it was like almost now, like, I guess if people didn't really have the access to the information back in the day and they didn't know people were dying all over the fucking place and shit like that. And now things is definitely more
so
like.
you're saying lying to the public, the general public, is the best option?
No, but that's just what I think back in the day. They weren't showing all of it. They weren't really building the hype around it.
They didn't show it. You're right. They would say, "Oh, people died," and they still felt some way. And then they say, "Yo, let's take this a bit further." I don't know what was the first year that they showed like gruesome shit.
Yeah.
But that was the shock value. But then they said, "Oh, that got us so many views. Let's do it again."
Well, it's marketing.
It's marketing. The moment they kept on doing it, we become numb and numb. Movies. They never used to have it like so readily available, where it's like people getting ripped apart. now that's like, oh, that's standard. If we don't see him get ripped apart, then you know what I'm saying. So
if you don't see that, then what is it?
then what is it? So now we're starting to get desensitized in movies. So now when we say, oh yeah, such and such died or blah blah, or 13 Reasons Why, they had a scene where the girl, she like slit her wrist and whatnot, and it was like a major thing. I've seen movies worse than that. Worse than that.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was a popular show, it was a problem because, oh, my kid watched it. Why is your kid watching it? There's a lock on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I do think though, that at least with that show, it was, mostly it's like, all right, like if you're watching Halloween, you're already going into it thinking this is like, fiction. That show seemed very, real to a lot of different demographics. So it's like when you throw that into the mix, when you think when you're trying to portray something as factual, and then you throw that in and you say, well, it's just a show. It don't really work like that.
But you should be able to split
reality.
But the name of the show is 13 Reasons Why, and the premise is 13 Reasons Why I killed myself.
Right.
Nah, but it was a tough scene.
It was tough. It was.
It
It was a tough scene.
It was a tough scene.
But it's real.
It is.
But like I said, there's people went to the movies. They've seen worse.
Yeah, but you can't correlate that to that. You're right. They have seen worse. I just don't think that they expected that show to get
because they didn't introduce you into some gore stuff in the beginning.
It's not even that. It's the fact that you're using, even though they're high school kids,
right?
They're still kids. Too.
I think it's the high school kid. If this was like college, do you think it would have been the same impact? No, it would be like, oh my God, that's terrible. Yeah. But that was on the college level. You see how people prioritize their fucking, like, imagine if they did, not to say I hope they don't, but if they went one fucking school under, that would have been a problem. Then it would be like
age group down.
If you won, you know what I'm getting at. If that hit one age group down, that would have been a major problem. There's documented stuff of that happening with kids around that age, and it's just like, yo, that's fucking wild.
Oh yeah, and it was actually a really, really good show. Like I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, after season 1, I didn't watch any of the other seasons. After that was it for me. One season was enough. You got the point across. That was it.
Yeah, it was really good. I remember someone told me about it, and I'm not really one. Y'all know I don't really watch TV, but I was like, you know what, that sounds pretty damn interesting. And I saw that first episode, and I said, oh word. I said, all right. I said, we're gonna watch this. And they definitely portrayed it really, really good, but it was crazy. That was really more for parents, y'all, right? But
that's what I'm saying. Like you shouldn't be watching.
It was marketed to kids, and kids were just gonna see it.
But the interesting part is like, all right, I'm an adult watching a high school show. That's like who you marketing to. It happens exactly.
Yeah. And you can nowadays, man. It's not like back in the day where like you could kind of like had back in the day before streaming, as a parent, you kind of had control what your kid watches.
Yeah, you take the remote.
Yeah, you don't have that control anymore, man.
No,
you don't. Like you really don't. Like they will find shit.
Well, it's not even just that. The cell phones nowadays too, man.
Yeah,
like phones. Like that's why I tell people the school's kind of irrelevant because you can access so much technology. I mean, information. I don't need my parent to ask about the birds and the bees.
Yeah, I could go find out right there.
That's when you cue.
That's when I cue.
I'm just gonna give you like a tap just to let you know. You
know which one?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Not that guy.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Yeah, man. There's so much access to all that different shit.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this guy. What else did he put here before we close this one out? He goes, "We know it's not getting better."
That's a subjective response.
Yeah. And then social media.
Social media is used as a tool to be either good or bad. You decide what you want to do with it. If you weaponize it, then you are, in fact, weaponizing social media. But if you're using it for positive movements, then social media is a great means. But it's never to be villainized because it's no different than a pencil. For a pencil can write beautiful things or a pencil can write some horrible things. But you shouldn't villainize the pencil.
So then this was an interesting one you put. You put normalize. I'm willing to work on it instead of that's just how I am.
Yeah, man. I mean, people were arguing about it.
Let's see the comments. Let's see the comments.
They were going in with that one.
All right, so it said I'm right here for you. Something real tricky. That depends on so many different factors. Like what? Someone wrote.
Right.
It depends. Some parts of my character I admire and will not change, not even budge, but there are definitely some traits that I should and will be willing to work on. I am stubborn and I love that about me, but other traits can definitely work on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's certain things where, like, as a whole, like, I understand, but people think like bad behavior is changing their whole persona.
Yeah.
No, that's a bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not talking about like, you know, like your personality is your personality. That's cool, but it's like your behavior, like, is toxic, and that needs to change. And then some people are like, no, I'm not gonna change. I'm just the way I am. That's where that was referencing to, not to the people who are good and it's you need to change and you need to be on the dark side. This is not for y'all. This is for
that's why it says work on it. So it's like, you know, you want to improve something. Yeah,
you want to improve. You want to work on yourself, making yourself better, opposed to be like, no, this is the way I am. I had this conversation before with someone real close. Can't say the name, but someone real close, and it's just like, yo, you can't be like that, man. I know y'all trying to figure out who it is. could be a multitude of people. Selection is very limited.
So you're having the conversation, and
and it was pretty much like they had no type of motivation to change that which is bad, and it wasn't. And I thought I was the victim. It was other people too that they interacting with, and their friends had mentioned it about them. And then they were like, and I thought it was just me, and apparently I was getting the nice end of the stick.
You were getting the nicer side. Yeah,
I was getting the nicer end of the side.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But it's just like if other people were saying like, yo, that's, you know, stop being an asshole.
So my question with it though too is, because I agree. But then I say, who's the one that's supposed to put who sets the scoreboard? Who sets the standard? Like, who is to say how the person is not correct?
Absolutely, but it should be subjective. I think there's certain things where like it's not good. Like, I shouldn't be putting hands on you, Joe. Yeah. Like, why? Does that need to be a scoreboard for that to be a right thing?
I agree. Yeah, some things we should just know, but also though, not many people think like me and you. And not many people think like Christian. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes people have no idea that that's not okay. Or they think because of that's how they grew up, or that's how they surround themselves with. Like, sometimes they just really don't know. So they're like, well, that's just how I am. And like, I don't really need to work on it because they don't see the issue. So, I mean, I think the first thing I was thinking about when you were talking about that, I was like, well, I kind of guess where real therapy comes into play. But it's like,
yeah, therapy is really meant to put your morality in check, because people, their morality isn't always not like on a straight path of, this is no good and not. Some of them is obviously all over the place. Something that you may think is good is really bad.
Or maybe actually just talking with a group of different people. Like, if you hear that same conversation, if you hear the same thing, like what you say, if you hear the same thing from like 4 different people, it's like, all right, man.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta do some. If someone mentions to you, do your research and say, like, how many people have been saying this about me? Let me ask. Like, do you think I'm act like this or whatnot? It's like, no, be honest with me. Yeah, sometimes you blah blah. And then you're like, maybe I need to work on it with research. Not just one person tells you that and then you gotta change to that. Because then at that point you're gonna think they're manipulating you, or you're just gonna. It's not gonna be the same vibe one.
Exactly. So you gotta kind of survey it.
You gotta survey that change that needs to happen, or the possibility of it happening to you, something to that effect.
What do you think for you personally? What do you think is something that you're like, you know, that you maybe would be close to saying, that's just how I am, but you like maybe over time or something? It could be in the past, whatever. It could be now.
I think it's being either a dick or an asshole. I don't know. Those are two different things.
Those are the things?
There's two different things. Like, being an asshole and being a dick is like, I think an asshole doesn't give a shit, that's funny. Where my caps at? And then the dick is just someone who just like kind of bullies people. I guess that also makes sense.
So you think you do that?
No, I don't think I bully people, so I don't think the dick part. I think it's the
Okay.
asshole part.
You think you could be an asshole
Yeah, I think
sometimes?
be an asshole. Like I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, this happened, blah blah. Like an asshole. I think the asshole part. Yeah,
The asshole.
yeah.
So you're like, that's just when you would.
But I wouldn't defend that. That's not something I would defend.
You wouldn't defend.
No.
But
It's,
you
it's just a
was like,
byproduct of
of
a
saying-
situation. That's like, all right, it's like there's certain situations that calls for me being an asshole, but I don't want to be the asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I don't want to be the asshole. I want to kind of treat the situation in a very positive manner, but then there's certain situation that forces me to be, like, when they test your patience, it's like, now I have to be this asshole that doesn't give a fuck. But I don't want to be comfortable
you're
with
teetering with like, that's just how I am, but you're willing to work on it.
Right.
So
So I
you're
want to.
teetering.
I want to find other alternatives to dealing with a situation aside from being an asshole as the main response to make that person stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's probably other people out there like that.
Right. That's pretty much what it is. I don't try to go about my day just being an asshole by default.
I'm like, I'm not just gonna walk around and just be an asshole.
Just being an asshole. You get what I'm saying? So the main thing
I don't
is
see
like,
that from Zane. That's interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely know when you're an
yeah,
asshole.
but the reason why I
But,
have
like-
to be that is
like-
because like there's certain situations that it's just like if it comes off wrong, and it's like that's not how I wanted to come off. But it's like you ask me an answer and I'm very blunt, so that bluntness comes off as like being an asshole. And it's like but I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's the way I am. It's like, no, I'm being blunt because I just want you to know, blank. If it comes off as being an asshole, I apologize.
So maybe it's more like communication
Right.
instead of being an asshole. I think it's more. I would think it would be more communication or how you're.
But there's times where I just don't give a fuck.
He's like, I don't even care to put that communication correctly.
Yeah, because it's a certain thing. It's just, but it depends on certain situations. Because it's like, when I get ticked off, that's when the trigger hits. It's the trigger, and I'm trying to make that not the go-to
Okay.
of being an asshole. And because I guess I was treated as the funny guy, it fed into the asshole thing. Because it's like I was being so nice and be funny, and then no one was taking me seriously. So then I started feeding the asshole more, and then things were getting taken seriously. So that's what happened. The asshole is too fat. It's been fed too much.
The asshole's too much.
That's it. So the funny guy is slowly being fed back again, and it's taking food away from being an asshole. But there's a balance.
Okay. All right. Christian's like,
He's like,
yo, this guy's confusing.
so he's correlating the fucking wolves with an asshole and a
So
funny
his
guy.
his brain.
That's exactly what's happening.
Okay. All right. So Zane got to just work on being less of an asshole.
Right. That was it. And the longest explanation possible.
No. It's good to explain. No, the long explanation works, man. Because you got to get into it, man. Because other people could be listening and they probably feel the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or, and this is just, I'm just bullshitting.
What talk to us?
Everybody just needs to stop being so insensitive when Zane says something.
Nah.
Yep. Absolutely. That could possibly be
I
it.
get exactly where you're coming from.
You see what I'm saying? I think.
Maybe I'm the asshole.
See? Maybe y'all both are just a fucking asshole.
Oh my god.
All right?
He was great. He was like giving like, I understand.
Shit whack.
I
Get this
understand.
shit the fuck out of here.
Oh my god.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
That's gonna be the combo.
All right. I'd say mine for it's like, okay, let's say I'm normalized. I'm willing to work on it instead of that's just how I am.
I think just side note, I think acknowledging that part of you is really important in terms of growth. Honestly,
it is.
because if you think if you're one of those people who say, "Oh, I got nothing wrong with me,"
Well, no, it's just choosing which to highlight. We know there's always things wrong with us.
There's something, but it's like
Yeah.
you don't want to be that guy who's like, "Oh, there's something wrong with you." But it's like, all right, you
yeah.
said there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
you.
no, 1,000%. There's always
That's
something.
it. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
I used to be that. I like, you know what? You're right. There's nothing wrong with you.
No, it's like just which one do you want to choose to highlight?
Right.
Or also, no, because this is pretty specific too. Because this isn't even like really what's wrong with you. It's more of just kind of like saying, okay, which one do I have a hard time switching to saying I'm willing to work on it?
I just always wanted to know what the Zen was for that. Like,
What do you mean?
when you have nothing to work on.
There's nobody.
No,
But like when the person thinks that they have
not
nothing
things,
to work
but
on?
like this legit, like they've worked on everything. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you're just talking about being a professional at a certain skill, but like we're talking like in like your inner self. Like we don't know what the points are to work on.
I mean, you've got monks that spend their whole life trying to reach that point.
Right.
Yeah.
And they treat life so much differently. And the anger, it's not like they don't have anger, but it's just like they've learned to redirect it
Other ways.
other ways opposed to just fucking wilding out like a bomb.
It's like when you think about it metaphysically, right? It's all about we're all on this plane, and eventually you're gonna not be on that plane anymore. So everything that we stress about is gonna go. Everything ebbs and flows. Eventually, you're gonna reach a point where it's just like all this essentially is meaningless. All this stress we've got, but you go about it day by day because that's life. But when you can understand your place in the world, that the world doesn't revolve around us, right? And we like to think so. Oh, everything that you do is important. But maybe you were put on here to be a part of something, and you take care of it that way. Then it's just like you've elevated yourself. And then that's like when those people that go through meditating, that they're going through like the chakras, and they're trying to reach that third eye and open that up. It's because they want to be above all of the materials and all that shit.
They want to be above all of us. but not
in a vain way, you know what I mean?
Right, that's different.
No, I mean like spiritually and shit.
Right.
I'd probably say for me, one of the main. I thought of a bunch of shit that's wrong with me, but but the one, because first I was gonna say one thing, but I know I will want to work on that. The one that's tough is me just working on something for just me, or staying consistent with something that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really good at staying consistent with something, or like reaching a goal if I have someone else attached to it, or like something like that. It's really, really weird. Like whether it's like weight loss or something. Like, you know, they always show those memes or something like, oh, you don't do it for the girl. You don't do it for this. Guess what? I always do great in those moments.
And
you know what I'm saying?
You're trying not to do that and just do it for yourself.
Yeah. So for me, like, and mostly
That's tough.
it is tough because like I'm really good at like, yo, if a girl's pissing me off, I'm swimming 75 fucking laps at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just me. You know what I mean? Like about my weight or whatever. Like, or if it's like, oh, if we're doing something, I know because you're attached to it, I gotta go nuts. I gotta go hard.
Right.
But if it's just me, I could slip. You know what I'm saying? So that's been kind of tough, and
That's why with me working out, it was tough too.
Right? Because
starting
just you.
Because it was always in the sense where I would look good in a breakup, but then in a relationship I would lack. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like you should keep on working out, not just because of her, but for yourself. And that was the thing. So it was very, very tough. So I had to just do it. But it does motivate you when you think about it, certain cases. But then you have to continue after. Like, no, this is for you. This is a health thing. So I just kind of do is like, all right, if you want longevity in your life and just do that. Do it for you, for health purposes.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier said than done. It's tough.
Right.
Like for me, I always do things like I correlate things to like either shit Jaylene or like you or like a couple other people, if that. And I'm like, I'm doing it for them, and it just keeps me going. When I gotta just do that shit for myself, it's like, nah. And it's not even that like, because people will like try to dig deep into that shit. Oh, you don't love yourself and all that, and they'll try to like dig deep into it. It's like, nah, I do. It's just maybe I don't know. Like I got so much shit going on, and I do so much that it's like I gotta prioritize.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I guess I should always prioritize you first. But sometimes it's like a little easier said than done. You know, I don't like letting people down, and not even I don't like for me that's just like a fucking rule of like no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that shit. I'm that guy that I hate being late. I hate all that shit because it's like I'm letting the other person down, the other thing down. That's really, really big on me.
Right.
You know? But when it's just me, I'm like, I don't really care. You know? And I've done the research and I've read shit, and some people are like, well, look, if that's what keeps you moving, it keeps you moving. You know? And then so that's why I very teeter between this. I'm willing to work on, and that's just how I am, because for most of all my life, it's never really done me no wrong on a lot of different things. When I do things with that mentality of, you know, maybe I'm grinding for the money for this person, or I'm trying to lose weight because I'm trying to talk to this girl, or whatever that type of stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually for me, it works.
And has it been like working for you, like in terms of like what's the progression on there from 100%?
It depends. So it depends on the situation. It depends on the person. Because sometimes then if the person falls off, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then it's like, damn. You know? If you lose that motivation.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like, especially if they're not in your life no more, he's like, well, why do I have to go to the gym as hard?
Yeah, if it's stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's sometimes not even so, like, when I say that shit too, I don't even mean it to be like to get that person, or just to like have that person just doing it for that person, like in a weird. It's sometimes it's not even as deep as like, oh, doing it so they could like me more or some shit. It's like, nah, just so I could be a better human for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to be honest with you too, like a lot of times it helps me out too, because especially even now with Jay, you know, like over the years, our relationships got stronger and stronger too. It's like, all right, well, shit, I gotta be a better human for her, you know? So it's like a well-rounded thing, you know? It's like, damn, I gotta be a better human overall for her. Or it's like, all right, well, if, you know, you had a girlfriend or a wife, it's like, damn, I gotta be a better human for her, you know?
What do you feel like the people who don't do that? Like, they don't need to do that. Like, how do you feel about that?
What you mean?
Like, people who just don't want to change themselves.
I don't know, man. Like, if you don't want to do that shit for yourself, for your kid, like,
no kids, they
just don't want to do that shit for them. So they don't. That's tough. That's tough finding that motivation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's like I don't want to. Because that's all I was mentioning before. Like, sometimes they feel like that changes their core persona. Like, oh, if I change this, that means I won't be me anymore. And I've been used to this me for so long that if I try to improve myself, then I won't recognize me and I'll lose every sense of me. Like, they're just so focused on this instead of thinking, oh, this is going to be better. This is going to be a better version of you. But they don't want to lose this version of themselves.
I think you really have to just really know what you want. Like, for real, like, because if you know what you want, and if you're not there, like, I think sometimes people don't really know what they want. Like, if you know that you need to get across the street, you know, like, eventually you're going to have to find some way to cross that street.
Right.
One way or the goddamn other. You're going to have to crawl, you're going to have to walk. But if you don't really have no goals, there's going to be really no motivation to do anything, to try to change, because you're thinking that you're here, but you don't like, if you don't have anything across the other side of the street that you're trying to get to and you're trying to evolve to, it's like, I'm cool with just being me. You know?
Maybe you don't want to cross the street.
Yeah, so you just don't want to because you don't have anything on the other side. You know, everyone has to have something on the other side. Like, when I think about it for myself, like, I know, like, damn, okay, I want to financially be better because I want to have my own place. I want to have a place in different locations, you know, to vacation or to, you know, like, I have different goals for many different things, and those different goals help me work towards them and change who I currently am. But if you don't have no goals.
Yeah, we're differently motivated. Especially since it's like full time.
Even if it's not, though, you have to have goals. You have to have, and sometimes people don't even try to get those goals because they're very jaded and they don't think it's possible and they think it's a lot easier said than done and it's harder or whatever. Like, all these different reasons. So they don't.
The funny
have
part
goals.
is the harder part. I'm like, what you thought this was? Like, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to. if you think that it's hard starting a business, you're right. There's no way to avoid it. You just got to do it. Nobody likes washing dishes, but you have to fucking do it. Everybody got to wash dishes. That's it.
It's very limiting goals, I think. Like when I talk with certain friends and stuff, you know, you just ask them their goals. You know, ask them what they want to do. You know, some people are very, I think, unfortunately conditioned. Remember kind of what we were talking about last week, man. People are conditioned to like thinking that 15,000 hours is good. It's not good.
No, but they're content with it. And the moment they're
not even content. They're just that they think that's
but it's like if I convince myself otherwise, I'm gonna suffer.
yeah.
15 is not enough. Now I'm gonna be depressed. But I'm gonna have to convince myself that 15 is enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like they psych themselves out.
Yeah.
But if the moment it's like the moment they open their eyes and they realize like, oh shit, that's not good, then they don't want to. Who wants to live in that reality? Even though that should essentially motivate you.
All right, we are back from a quick commercial break. So yeah, what I was gonna get into, but just before we close up, is I think it really comes down to your level of exposure. And what I was saying was, it's they talk about it all the time on the Secret to Success podcast. So on that pod, the guy Jamal, he even says, he was like, you know, he was a cop, and you know, he thought what he thought was good money wise, and what he thought was like goals,
Right.
he felt he wasn't too far from. He was a police officer. He was making pretty good money. And he was like, you know what? This is, you know, I'm pretty close to what it is, right? Then he started hanging around people he used to go to college with. And they were all dudes like in the NFL. Because he was like really close to becoming in the NFL. He was by their house and everything. And he was like, yo, his level of exposure was insane at that point. Because he started seeing their houses. Like he used to think he had a nice house.
Right.
You know, being a police officer and shit. And he used to think that everything was fucking good. Oh, we got Ace. Ace is in the shot.
Ace, over here. He wants to be.
He wants to be in the shot. He wants to be in the hand for the camera, right? So, you know, he'd see all his people's houses and everything, all his friends, and he was like, "Yo, like, I thought my house was good." He's like, I thought that was it. And he's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like he would go out to eat, and you know he wouldn't even be able to look at some expensive shit, because he was like, damn, like I wasn't even thinking about that type of stuff. Like my mind was just on autopilot. Because you know you almost get like on an autopilot with certain things.
Right.
Like you just know, like, all right, there's certain things you just can't afford. Like all of us, you know what I'm saying? We're like, there's certain stores we're not even gonna go past. Shit, I used to not even walk through one section of the mall. Because
it was dangerous. Like me and GameStop.
You see what I'm saying? So I think we kind of go about our life every single day like that, right? With our certain things, and we limit our goals, and we limit our wants, and we limit our beliefs, because we're not really exposed around many people that are going to those places.
No.
Like if I was going to GameStop all the time, and you were always with me, your exposure to GameStop would be obviously a lot higher.
Right. My exposure to Princess got me a dog.
You see what I'm saying? It did. It did. He's like, what? It's like, that's the reason why. But
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
So the reason I say that is because of people's goals. You know what I'm saying? Like I have some friends who, you know, their parents just worked really, really good 9-to-5s. And guess what? Their goals was really good 9-to-5s. That was really it. They weren't really exposed to much more. So that was their limit. That was their goal.
Right, and they always tell you need to get a job.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time trying to work, because who in their circle of friends has a business that worked? They just didn't see it working.
It wasn't. They weren't exposed to it.
Right. It's only when your parents see you actually making money, more money than them, especially. Oh wow, it's working.
Well, because now they're exposed to it. Because before they just weren't exposed to it. So it's like people with all these limiting goals and stuff.
You think people in our generation would be more supportive of our kids trying to start their own business?
Yeah. They're 1,000%, and we're getting more and more. As the younger they get, the younger generations, we're starting, because now entrepreneur for us is becoming a thing. But it's like most people, man, if you're not around those type of people that are doing those different type of things, doing those different types of, things that they say they want to do, having those high goals, you're going to have limiting goals and you're not going to have big goals. So it's like if someone is not really having any goal to get to and they're being like, this is just me and who I am, and they don't have no reason to cross the street, they need to get around other people that are doing positive things. You know what I'm saying? Or start super, super, super small. Because sometimes people just have no idea what they would want to get into. Like, no idea. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, me and you have these massive fucking dreams and goals and shit.
Right.
Some people don't even have the smallest idea.
Yeah, my girl just came up with a T-shirt idea, and I was like, that's genius. And I was like, but I've been pushing her to do something because she's, like, getting tired of her job. And it's just like, like, just make your own business, and I could help you.
Of course.
With that. And then she finds like, I finally came up with an idea. And to her, it was like I came up with an idea. To me, I was like, thank God she came up with an idea.
Why is it
on
that?
her own.
Well, yeah, on
because
her own,
she was
yeah.
hungry enough to sit there and think about it and actually execute and be like, hey, I have an idea. Let's do something. Opposed to, you know what I'm saying? To like, oh, yeah, I was thinking about it. Like this one, it was like, all right, this is a promise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then once you start seeing the money roll in, I'm like, listen, don't worry about the logistics. We could teach you how to do that.
Of course.
But
she probably too was the exposure of you.
Right. Because none of
helps.
her other friends, except for one friend that she has that has her own like catering business and whatnot. And she like helps people like event plan.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But she's not over there. She's over here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So she's not exposed to it.
Yeah, not heavily. Maybe just through the internet very lightly. But even that helps. The people you follow and the people you surround yourself with, those type of people. Like when I watch certain influencers or I watch like Eric Thomas and things like that, that's exposure as well too, depending on how much you dig into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people, Grant Cardone's like, your level of exposure, seeing the cars that these guys are driving in, seeing how they are as a father, seeing the things that they whatever, like all these different things, that's you're exposing yourself to that. So it's like if there's anyone out there that just doesn't feel like you have any big goals or anything, maybe you just gotta start surrounding yourself with different type of people
that are ambitious. That's a key word.
Yeah.
Ambitious people, not just regular old people who just like are content and comfortable. So you gotta stay away from comfortable people, and that means people like at your job.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Usually people at your job, they're usually comfortable. You kind of get away from people like that and kind of get people who are like, yeah, I want to do this business, I want to get this, but they actually execute. It's not like dreamers. You don't hang around with dreamers with amazing ideas. People who have big ideas and they're executing their ideas.
Yeah, and they actually do them.
And actually do it. That's the most important thing. Right, all day. That's all I heard when the fireworks in between sometimes. The fire.
You just heard random.
I like that wasn't a firework. I ain't see no spark in the sky. I don't know about that.
You're like, yo, is Joe here with the soundboard or what?
Right.
What's going on?
I leave
here?
my computer on. It must be an ad.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. Other than that, that's really all we got for today. Unless you got anything else.
No, that sounds like we really went in. How long was that?
Who knows?
The world will never know.
The world will never know. Well, actually, we'll know. Hold on. What's processing now? Oh, okay. Fucking things over here going through. But yeah. Other than that, what y'all shine out for this week? What y'all got?
Oh, hold on. You gotta start us up. So here's what I gotta say. I just watched a dope movie. It was called Werewolves Within. That movie was actually pretty funny, and it had to do with someone in the town. There's like slash marks and everything, and then they're trapped. Not that they're trapped, but they're trapped in the town, and they're trying to figure out who's the werewolf among them. And they're trying to even think about like, yo, do werewolves really exist? Thus, Werewolves Within. I think it's based on the game. It's based on the game.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I would definitely watch it. It was hilarious, actually. Mad plot twist.
Mad plot twist.
Mad plot twist.
Let's see. For me,
We definitely need it for Joe.
no. Nah,
goddamn.
I got it for. I'm gonna shout out Val. She's doing vocal lessons. All right.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So vocal lessons from soulfully_Val.
Yeah, we need a longer loop of that.
I know I need a longer loop. All right.
With like a trap beat.
This is just no trap beat. Get that shit the fuck out of here. All right.
We don't know how to act.
This shit is whack. And get this shit the fuck out of here.
It needs to be us saying that.
This is whack. Get the fuck out of here. Throw it in rice. But yeah. So shout out to Val. Soulfully_Val. All right. She got her vocal lessons. Also, yo, I want to give a shout out to Crispy, yo. My boy Crispy doing big things. Big deal, Crispy. All right. He just announced officially the official student Crispy athlete program. All right, because now officially college athletes are able to make money off their likeness and off of their celebrity, off their account. They weren't able to, and now it's official after all these years. You could finally do it. So if you're an athlete right now, if you're a college athlete, hit up Crispy. He'll let you know if you qualify to be part of it. All right, you could make some money, be a little brand ambassador. All right. Shout out to Ace, shout out to Princess, shout out to Christian for being here. Hey,
Shout out to Christian.
Let's get some fucking. Yo, he came through clutch. First he was here. He was on time. He's like, yo.
I saw him walking in. I was like, I have to come in after.
I was like, yeah, Zane's gonna be here soon. He's like, you sure? He's really coming.
I could have been there way before you. I saw you walking in. You
Oh,
had the
you
headphones
did?
taking off. I saw all that, man.
Damn.
I was like, let him go in first. Let him go in first. Get the suspense.
Get the suspense.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's Christian walking up to the
Yeah,
door.
to see if Zane was gonna be here. And then when Zane walks through the door,
Oh God!
Yo, pause.
Oh God!
they already think we film porn, man.
Well, these lights and that soundtrack don't help. Oh God!
I felt like we might as well just.
Wait. I got one more that you got to press, but you got to press it anyway, no matter what I say.
All right, what is one?
So I just found out they just built a Krispy Kreme by where in off of Route 4 where McDonald's used to be.
Yeah, right next to my old job.
I actually wanted the other. Yep, yeah, that could work still.
That's gonna be the sound walking into
That's
Krispy
me.
Kreme.
I was thinking about it. It was so tempting. I was gonna just go in there.
Oh, especially when the hot sign is on.
Yeah, man. But here's the thing. I've been losing weight, man.
Good thing I don't work over there.
Right. I've been losing weight.
No
I didn't want to do that. No, you can't have no damn Krispy Kreme. He's like, yeah, no.
But all right, y'all. Another episode, Therapy Without a Degree, chapter maybe 208, something like that. We out of here. Hopefully everything will be dropped on by Tuesday. Video of all that fun stuff. And be safe out there, people. All right. It's been fun. Therapy Without a Degree podcast. Also, we're doing a music therapy event. Music therapy, July 15th.
July 15th, come through.
Yes, July 15th, come through. All right. Also, if you're a vendor and you want a table, hit us up. Also, we doing Jersey Media I Am Zane Studios is hosting a movie night. All right. Our first official fucking movie night. Don't leave me hanging.
No, I was paying attention to Ace because he thought the wires were spaghetti.
So our first official movie night, we're going to watch Space Jam 2 outside. In the
Come
park.
on and jam. That's when you're supposed to press that.
I don't have that. But
Yeah, you're going to have to just cut it in there. Just a
No.
little snippet.
No.
Come on and jam.
No.
Then I'm going to do the slime.
You think they still going to have that song?
They have to. They'd probably do like a little remixed version to it, but it's not going to be the same. That whole movie's not going to be the same.
Definitely not gonna have I Believe I Can.
Oh my god, that's the best song. That's the best song. I was like, their theme song. Can never play that song ever again. Oh my god, it just hits me so hard that we can't have it. They try. I was like, you can cancel everything, but you ain't gonna cancel that. You're not gonna cancel that. Come up, make somebody sing the song again, but I just can't. I can't let that.
Tory
song
Lanez should remix it.
Please stop. Please stop.
He should remix it.
Please stop. Just stop it right
Why?
now. Just never say that ever again.
You don't think he'll do it?
No, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. No.
If you're gonna get somebody to redo it, Trey Songz, baby.
Yo.
Right.
Yo, Tay.
What's going on,
I'm
boss?
sorry.
You're live on the pod, bro. We just finishing, bro. We were waiting for you.
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
can
bro.
see-
I was waiting for the damn link to come through, and I was like, I know you said when everyone showed up, so I was like, maybe everybody's gonna be showing up late.
Damn, I was waiting for your message on the messenger.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna stop.
Hell no, I was waiting for you to shoot the link.
Damn, I feel
Damn,
sad
you
now.
played Tay. Tay was
Nah.
probably waiting. You played Tay.
Damn.
Hold on, wait. I don't know what the fuck my headphones are, but what's going on with y'all?
We were just talking about a topic that was saying like, you know, the world, people are complaining like, oh, the millennials are, what, they're sad or something like that?
Yeah, yo, there was a post that just like basically said that millennials are just hating their lives.
And then someone wrote the response on why they were hating their lives and whatnot. So we kind of broke down each one in terms of like why he
Holy-
thought it was
That would have been fun.
right.
I feel why they hating their lives because shit is some bullshit now
Damn.
compared to back in the day.
That's what I was saying. But you know what? It's just I feel like things got definitely better because, you know, black people weren't getting diddly squat then. So if anything, I see it more of a progression, even though it's somewhat a very slow progression. But to be a black man in the 90s or the 80s, for that matter, I think I'll pass, is what I'm saying.
Well, being a black man in the 80s and 90s, they had more hustle.
They did. You had to have hustle. But if you got caught in that fucking
To,
hustle,
nowadays, it's
Right.
easier to have a hustle because you have social media and shit.
right.
But back in the day, they had like, they just had the drive. Like, if you think about it, look at all these black entrepreneurs, the older black entrepreneurs. A lot of them back in the day was hustlers.
Right. And if I knew what I knew today, I would have done real estate. I would have been making bank.
Facts. If I knew what I knew today, I would already have a dispensary somewhere.
Right. That's when the time police start coming after us.
Right.
They like y'all know too much because there was no dispensary in the 90s, but apparently you had one before it even happened.
Exactly.
Hold on, Tay. I have a question for you though. Hold on, just give me a second.
What's up?
Very important question.
Okay.
How'd your back get like that, bro? wait. Hold on. Actually, don't
you're
answer that.
breaking up.
Don't answer that. I think me and Tay need to do a private
breaking up, boss.
live
No, that's for the
Yeah,
Patreon.
Patreon.
That's Patreon.
because I think we gotta know, man. Like,
Yo.
like what happened? Your neck, bro. Your neck looked like you got fucking something happened, man.
When
Look like
it's the heat of the
That
moment.
was,
literally.
yo,
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
yeah. Oh, I was saying I was with a panther, man.
You were with a panther. Jesus.
Lord, man, I don't know what kind of kibbles and bits you were feeding that panther, but Wakanda forever, my brother.
I was trying to tame a wild animal. It didn't go too well.
Shit, done
Put it
tamed
bleep.
you. That's funny.
That's a bit.
Yo, man. Where'd you find a panther at?
It's one of my old panthers
Oh, so, yeah.
that decided to pop up.
Oh,
Literally,
sometimes that's the best one, bro. Like when you haven't
Man,
fucked in a while and you've gotten better now.
Yeah, you gotta do the bleep after. Like you say the word, then you bleep it. Like
I literally got a text message that said open the door.
oh, I think you mentioned that one before. I thought
Yeah.
I didn't think that was I didn't think they were like coming through like that.
Yeah, they was just like, I was chilling at the crib and I just got a text message, just open the door, and I was like, okay.
Shit.
Wow, if only, if only.
Yeah, man.
I was like, okay, I'm not about to turn this down.
Right.
Shit.
Yo, but it's sad, man. We gotta wrap. We've been on for a while. Christian gotta go. We gotta get to moving, bro. It sucks. We fucking been on since fucking 4:00.
He's like,
Yeah, man. I was like, I was sitting there. I was like, okay, maybe maybe everybody didn't show up just yet, because normally Joe shoots the link in an email in a Gmail.
you should just shoot it, bro. Just shoot it. Just shoot it.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the
Every Monday, just shoot it.
shoot it just in case.
Just shoot it.
Just put it in the email, because I was waiting. Cause I know you said when everybody gets there. Yeah, I know you said 3:30 or 4, or once everyone gets there. So
well, you know what it is, because it was just you. I'm like, I'm not gonna send the link if you're not gonna make. You know what I mean? Like, I was waiting for you.
Is when for some reason when I try to do it through the it takes me to the website. So when you link, it went automatically open by Zoom application.
Okay.
So it'll let me go ahead and get in there.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to do a private little IG session, man. We're gonna have to. Me and you're gonna have to go on IG Live maybe tomorrow.
I'm down, boss. Just let me know.
Word, bro. We'll do it. Last time we were on IG for like fucking 2.5 hours. That shit was good.
I know, and it went by so fast I didn't even know.
Yeah, we got up that shit. It was like almost 4 a.m.
At first it was just me and you. Then one other person came on, and Dre came on. I was like, fuck it. This is a mini podcast right here.
Not Dre. Day.
Yeah.
He thought it was somebody else. He's like, wait, what?
Oh man.
He's like, I can just imagine how that went.
Right.
Nah, but it was good though.
It was literally a mini podcast, but it was fun.
It was, yeah. But all right, y'all. We out of here. At least Tay blessed you with his voice for a little bit.
Wait. I'm on the pod.
Yeah, you're on the pod.
Oh, what you thought this was?
You thought we weren't. You thought we weren't recording.
We're talking about Panthers and everything. We're gonna have to cut this.